listen, I think door knocking is the greatest thing in the world. I think if you want something, you got to go get it. And door knocking is clearly one way that agents get listings and customers. You never know who's going to answer that door.
This is the next level door knocking.
Yeah, this is a little bit different. I attend the yacht show, the Formula One, the Cannes Film Festival. I spend a lot of time in the south of France because the whole world of wealth descends on the Monaco Yacht Show during 4 days. And my clients and my homes are very expensive. So, how do you reach this consolidated group, of wealth? How do you do that? You got to put yourself in those places like Davos in Switzerland 2 weeks ago. The Super Bowl will be in Las Vegas. I'll be there first week of February, or actually next Sunday. And you just got to go where your clients go. And I do work the marina in quite a way with the big mega yachts, but some of the biggest boats are too big to be come into port, so they're anchored out in the Mediterranean, and the only way that the owners and their crew and their guests get into shore is what's called a tender. And today's tenders are a lot different than they were 10 years ago. They used to be a big raft, with an engine on the back. Now tenders are $2-3 million. So I rented a tender this past September and took that tender with a captain into the Med, and a different type of presentation, not a 15-pound one, but one that I made like an iPad, and went from mega yacht to mega yacht on this tender, actually throwing like a frisbee to the crew.
And you showed me what you were throwing. That thing by itself was pretty unique. It was like a booklet that had like videos playing in it. It's very, very cool.
It is. It was highlighting my top 8 properties. Took all the top listings, 30-second clips a piece, so I didn't want to bore anybody. It's like 4 minutes of just the most spectacular homes in the U.S. and in Europe, and hand delivered it basically once again to the audience most suited to purchase our properties. At the same time, it's a lot of fun. So I make a lot of noise. I try to get directly to the buyer, or who I think the buyer might be for specific properties. And, the air is really thin at the top. There's, when you're selling a house for $1 million or even $10 million, you don't know who the buyer is going to be. You have no clue, basically. But when you're selling a house for $250 million, you're going to know who the buyer is. There's only 3,000 people in the world that have a net worth of $1 billion or more. 1,000 of those people.
But even knowing them, that doesn't really help you, because finding where they are at any given time is almost impossible. They go through great lengths to conceal their location, but that was just great out of the box thinking going on a yacht show where all the mega yachts are.